All right, Hero Comics here. Next episode of Hero Comics: Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt that are response to comments. I'm in against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video, and go watch something else. Do not lie and say there's hate speech to my videos because there is a hate speech to my videos. It's speech you hate. That's the real story. Let's go on. Continue getting things, helping people out. Continue helping people out who get things wrong. These conversations and me trying and watch me try to straighten them out with Bo versus a piece of biology and then we get to talk about that. So it's good to get vaccinated. She helps stop the spread of germs. I got vaccinated for COVID a little while ago. Yeah, it's not October. I got vaccinated for COVID a little while ago, and that helped my body be stronger against COVID. I got vaccinated against flu a while ago. That helped my body be stronger against flu. It's important to get vaccinated so you can help stop the spread. Basically, deal with this stuff. There's some germs making a comeback because people aren't getting vaccinated like they should. So that's what I got. All right, we got a little more summer stuff. Unfortunately, we have summer with a penis drawn with a penis and testicles instead of a vulva like she's supposed to have. And that's not Summer. It's Sumner. I call him Sumner. Yep. So we're gonna leave now. Go to somebody else for a little bit. We're going somewhere else. So I say. Short stack. Short stack good. Short stack very good. Oh yes. They are so cute and soft and squishy. Yes, they are. Look at them. All the colors they give it. Oh, there's Pomni. Hi, Pomni. My goodness. Look at that. Pacific Northwest. With a black dude. Interesting. Didn't really think of her as a short stack. More of a Karen. Pig dude with black girl. Interesting. Like a Morin or something. So he's like a humanoid pig dude. That's cute. I think that puppy's been has enough. Yeah, she kind of leaking from both ends here. I think she has enough sperm inside her there. I need to put any more in there. That's not good. Not good at all. Yeah, massive penises and testicles are not really my thing unless they're with unless the girl's enjoying them. That's what messing behind on the girl though. That's nice. Oh, yeah. We'll see some more later. Yes, we will. Yeah. Well, we're trying to save less electricity, so I have the air conditioner off right now. Where's something I can use to fan myself? Here's something. Use this cereal box cardboard here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's good. Continue on with the hate mail here. Inside Edition comments for 25. That's so messed up. Who does something so cruel and sickening? See, here we have a angry face emoji with the cuss words coming in the mouth and a regular angry face emoji. So this little baby seal pup is still alive, unfortunately. He deserves love and respect. How dare someone who shoots animals on purpose? Angry face emoji. There's a special place in hell where people do this, but I'm glad the seal is okay. Man is not only damaging and killing each other, poor animals are suffering at the hands of man. Shake my head. Sad emoji. Absolutely sick. Also helping out, making help animals. Things get better for animals too. I won't tell you that. Absolutely sick. Poor little guy, crying. Tear emoji, downcast emoji, prayer hands emoji. I just want to talk to whoever did this. Probably talk with their fists. The baby seal didn't deserve this. Click. Inside fighting is Kempo. Useful comments. So it said, a free-spirited piano teacher told me, you need to learn a system, and then you can break away from the system. However, you must start with the system. That's true. Kempo is useful. Yes. They're trying to adapt it for the streets. Try to adapt it to be more stuff. Same thing I'm working on, basically. I like the idea of doing that, but with Kung Fu. To work on adapting it, or learning how to use it more effectively as well. I gotta work on that. Kempo could help out with that. I wouldn't mind trying a little, because it's basically trying to learn the different techniques, different patterns of attack. And I could add kung fu patterns to that. It'd be really cool. Let's see here. So it says, one thing I will say is to this, as someone who trained American Ed Parker derived Australian Kempo as my Shihan decided to call it. He absolutely drilled the heck out of these ABC responses to X every class. It would raise it in intensity naturally with such repetition and subsequently gain a great deal of space in the muscle memory banks. When people critique the realism of responding these ways that are taught, I just don't think that they get what it's like to live and breathe these techniques. I got to green belt about 20 years ago. I still remember all of these techniques I was taught. I don't remember the katas at all, though. I got up to black belt in Shinto Ryu karate. I didn't come near Kempo in terms of effective self-defense. Self-defense in karate was all derived off its made-up interpretations of kata, bunkai. And honestly, it was atrocious to that person. Kempo's self-defense was refined, a sequence that perfectly helps you understand the chain reactions in the recipient's body to your actions. There are things people like better than others, So I love the way you talked about Kempo. You're the first professional to ever review it with respect and legitimate critique. Subbed. Ed Parker, American Kempo Black Belt here. Good observer, Ed Parker, American Kempo Black Belt here. Good observations and concerns. There's a divide between the sparring and the techniques. I think it also may apply to many other styles as well. Number one, sparring matches are mutual combat scenarios. The combatants know they're going to attack each other. Curriculum techniques are practiced on the assumption that your attacker doesn't expect you to fight back. Rule sets. Yeah, I know it sounds like the too deadly for the ring dude, but typically the match rules don't allow the classic throat chops and groin kicks, which are a staple in Kempo curriculum. Heck, even elbows, knees, and face contact is banned half the time. So actually seeing a technique sequence played out in real time is more rare than a karate kid deleted scene. Most demonstrations you see of technique are done in the ideal phase, which is how that technique would work in a perfect world. When one becomes the expert in Kempo, one can execute a different technique from any position and switch to another based on the situation, ultimately forgetting about the individual name sequence and just letting the Kempo go. I think the value I get from most Kempo is the ability to strike effectively from unorthodox conditions and perceive a plethora of unusual targets. That being said, I now practice Shotokan karate, Muay Thai, and Ketsugo Jiu-Jitsu. Ketsugo Jiu-Jitsu to sharpen their tools and motor skills to make what I learned to Kempo more functional. What is Ketsugo? Let's find out. Ketsugo. Ketsugo. Conclusionary martial Japanese. They're also into World War II plan and style of self-defense. Oh, so it's army martial arts. So army jiu-jitsu. Okay. Ketsugo jiu-jitsu. Ketsugo jiu-jitsu is a hybrid martial art combining techniques from karate, judo, aikido, and savate to create a practical system focused entirely on real-world self-defense and street survival. Okay, come on. Ketsugo. Okay. So yeah, it's a military art. Military combined art there. So that's good. Okay. How much time we got? No time left. Let's go. Ketsugo. One of those words will make learning more functional. That's cool. Supplementing the art. I like the idea of it. Insomniac Wolverine game comments part 1. Yeah, this game is looking horrible. Literally looking horrible. Number 1, 2 babies involved. Instant no buy. Yeah, Suicide Squad taught me that. Second of all, well, until it's $5. I'll buy a bunch of games Super Baby made for $5, but only to mock them. Spread the word of how horrible these games are. That's one of the things I like about physical media. With physical media, eventually all these these discs become $5 a piece. And when they're $5 a piece, I can then be like, yeah, I'll buy them. I'll buy 3 of them. I'll buy Suicide Squad, Final Fantasy 13, 3, and, Wolverine or whatever. Insomniac Experiment 2, whatever. I'll buy all these games $5 a piece. Yeah, you basically get all the profits. GameStop, you know. And I get to mock these games like people mock Sonic 2006. Of course, I'll be playing Sonic 2006 eventually and playing that. Yeah, basically that's how it's going to go. But yeah. So, second of all, it's just got the classic woke stuff going on with it. All the girls are deflated. You know, we're going to be hating on the white main character that everybody actually loves, wants to play as, has wanted to play as for years. You know, you're going to do that. You know, we are. And I saw in that one trailer. I got to see the whole trailer, but I seen from that one trailer, Wolverine has trouble controlling his violent tendencies. You know, he almost stabs Jean Grey. So I'm like, yeah. A talk is coming. Someone's going to be saying, "Dang it, Wolverine, you were too violent." I'm like joking, but kind of half joking. But I was saying, I look forward to when he is sat down on a park bench and lectured about causing physical, emotional damage to everybody. He knows, like how hard they did to Batman. I hope that happens, and hope they get Mystique to do it. I'll be like, oh, really, Mystique? Mystique, you want Mystique to lecture Wolverine on causing physical and emotional damage to people? Really? Be like, yeah. Kurt and Rogue would like to talk to you, Mystique, about physical and emotional damage you caused to them. So I'm sorry. Yeah, that's basically pretty much how they would go. Because again, they don't know the lore. They don't care about the lore. They hate on Wolverine. They hate on Batman. They hate on all these characters. And they were able to get the reins. Some out of touch losers were able to give them the basically carte blanche to make a game that will fail miserably and bankrupt the company. And cause all kinds of problems. Lay off so many workers. So let's see what I say here. I say, man, I hope this game will be okay. It won't. We have Baby and Insomniac make a video game about a white male superhero. They could mess up real quick. They will. They already are. I know they are. So it says, Insomniac hasn't done anything wrong to discredit them as a company. Sound like you're like too much crybaby content. And I say, except for the gay flags, the deaf girl that looks like Kempo that you were forced to play as, and making Peter Parker weak and retire at the end. Angry ghost emoji. Yep. And don't forget the nagging boss fight with Scream, Mary Jane's Scream. I'm like, it was a nagging boss fight. That's what it was. It was a nagging boss fight. She was nagging him as they fought. I'm just like, oh my god. Someone who's like, yeah, you tell that dude that doesn't understand. That was a nagging boss fight. Let's see how much time we have. See you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.